Oops, I forgot to update my stream title too. There we go. Makes more sense. I think I just pass. I don't care about this dude getting one hit. But if they play like a Teemo, I can go, yeah. Now this seems fine. We end up getting a kill and saving 2 damage over here. So overall, a pretty productive turn. I don't like using Pirouette in a situation like this unless we can at least kill 1 unit, so that seems to work out okay for me here. And we can get the Sea's Voice down.
The sea she calls, the world we answer. Whoa, I can see the magic. Do you hear her voice?
Tentacle Smash is also very good.
Explosives prime.
I'm a little worried about ripping Eye of Nagakubaros into a stun. Like if they have their own Pirouette. So I'll wait to see what they do. Or like the 4-2 ephemeral stun.
They'll never see it coming.
Like this seems totally fine for me, this attack. We have a lot of value still. We get some draw here. We have Brew Lookout, and we have several removal spells already. I'm feeling pretty confident with our position. I haven't really run into a deck like this lately. I don't know what to expect. Maybe it is a conservatory deck, but like it just seems like a weird mishmash so far of spells and stuff and skills and like a Glory Seeker. That just doesn't seem to match up to me. That's so shocking. I'm kind of surprised they don't want to reset the tentacle. Yeah, like what is this? I don't know what's going on here.
Hello, new best friend.
I can just end the round here. Or I could Tentacle Smash this guy. I kind of want to say Tentacle Smash for Darius, right? I think we're okay. If they take this attack here, we can still get our Tentacle back really quickly, so I'm okay with that. And we gotta make it rain, so we can maybe just ping this guy off. They don't have any important keywords on the battlefield to push through our chump blockers.
Everyone here is so cool.
Nice! Literally every single target I wanted to hit. That's pretty good.
Cool. Spell Embers.
That is a lot of damage though. So I'm probably going to just ramp up the pressure next turn and play my Leviathan.
I do not like that you sail alone out there.
When I'm at sea, I'm never alone.
Oh wait, no, we're 1 minute short. It's only turn 6 next turn, right? What if I just Pirouette right now? To make sure they don't get the extra trigger next turn. Is that worth it compared to the stun? I guess I want to open attack anyways. I'm just going to kill one of these guys. I want to get rid of one of the blockers so we can push extra damage if they get desperate to chump block. I don't know if we need the stun at this moment. I think we're trying to just finish off this game. And that gets rid of an extra damage each turn. I'm going to open attack here so they can't stun this or kill it.
To the sea, to battle. Do you hear her voice?
Fervor could kill them, but Leviathan kills them anyways as well. So if they let this resolve, I'll just play Leviathan. Oh, that's funny.
That's so cool.
And I'm just going to let this resolve because I don't want to play Noxian Fervor onto my 3-1, for example, and have it killed by a ping spell, or if I play Noxian Fervor before combat resolves and they have it disintegrate, we'd kill our own unit with our Noxian Fervor. So just let this combat resolve, and then now we get him. I'd love to see our opponent's full deck list, but it doesn't seem very coherent. It just seems kind of weird. Where's the synergy, you know? I played 2 games of Arcannon earlier today. I lost the first one to Jinx Cannon, which was pretty much the one matchup I really wasn't hoping to run into. And then I also lost another game to Teemo. I think it was just Teemo, Mono Teemo, because my opponent played Sump Monument on turn 3. And literally, like, if that was their play or whatever, I would have killed them. I had like 4 times as many Puff Caps as they had in my deck. But then they had double Ava Achiever, because they went Ava and plus Condense on their turn. But once my turn came up, or no, like, sorry, let me reset. Turn 3, I killed their, turn 3 or 4? Turn 4, maybe it was. I killed their Puffcap Peddler with a really nice Aria's Champion spell, Charm, on my Droplet, into a Pale Cascade on my Aria to kill their Puffcap on turn 3. Puffcap Peddler on turn 3. And then they played the Sump Monument on turn 4, so they had nothing on board except the Sump Monument. And so I like destroyed them in terms of actual Nexus damage, but because, you know, the Puff Caps and everything. Then they played double Ava Achiever, and when I did that, this hand seems fine. I don't need all this discard, so I'll probably get rid of this. And so then they had double Ava Achiever. I was able to kill one. And they still had the 1/1 copy of Ava over, and then they played Karina into another Condense. So we ended up losing, which was a little annoying. And that was like the straw that broke the camel's back, where I was like, okay, Sump Monument needs to get nerfed. If I can destroy your deck with Arcannon in 2023, but you live because of Sump Monument, come on. It's just frustrating, you know? I don't want to have to run into the Puff Cap gameplay myself when I'm playing whatever else. I think I'll pass this turn. Not pass this turn, but like I won't kill the Precious Pet with a Mystic Shot. I'll probably just play Boom Boom Boon. Because next turn we can go Kennen. He'll create our free discard fodder. And we can go Squeaker. Or you know what we could do? We could just kill the Precious Pet with Chompers. Dunehopper mech? Oh my gosh, Canadian, are you? Oh, is that? Oh, that's like a freebie. Okay, yeah. That is my dog. Yeah. It's a different dog than in my profile picture, but that is my dog. Yep. Dunehopper mech. Ooh. Honestly, with our current board state, Trumpetecker actually looks pretty good here. Maybe not. We have Jinx in hand. I'll just go for the cheap. But yeah, I have, we actually have 4 dogs, but the dog in my profile picture was my old dog. She's gone now, but that was back in like 2016 or so, 2017 or so. But then the emotes are for my current doggy. Okay, this is a conservatory deck. Fascinating. But yeah, I thought they were funny. She makes so many silly, funny poses. I could have like a whole emote library just of my doggo. I don't know what else kind of emotes to make. I don't have like the pixel art designs to make cute little Legends of Runeterra characters. So I just make those emotes with my dog in GIMP, and yeah. We could just go Mystic Shot here to kill Teemo and then play Fury Horn Crasher. I don't know if I really like that. It seems fine though. Like,
Swiftly.
maybe I just Mystic Shot the Precious Pet. I think this is fine. I'm doing this because I didn't think I'd see a Teemo and Conservatory in the same deck. Yeah, it seems very weird. I don't know if this is like someone's like who kind of like newish to the game and doesn't have all the cards and is just kind of like messing around with cards they have in their collection. Because I haven't really seen the point of playing Darius and Teemo in this deck. Because they're running things like Mana Soul Student too. So I'm not really sure what's up here. Oh, that's a good draw. I'll start with Kennen. And we can go blowback here on the Wrench and Mark of the Storm. If they play some kind of important unit. And they used a Fervor, so they probably... Okay, cool. GG. I was gonna say they're gonna have a hard time killing our Jinx, especially if we level her, so... Solid early win. Let's go. My storm has broken them. I think Kennen's so funny, man. I'm not a huge fan of the Ezreal Kennen hijinks that were going on back when that was a thing. But I do like Kennen Ari, obviously, and his voice lines are so funny. I actually don't remember who won the Mastering Runeterra tournament. Let me see if I can find a recap. Mastering Runeterra tournament announcements. I don't even remember what day it was on. Because it was the Runeterra Open, not just a daily tournament. I'm having a hard time finding the right results. Okay, well I found the top 8s list earlier. I just didn't find the actual who ordered or who finished where. Okay. It's like 6 p.m. here. I'm surprised we haven't found a match yet. Drew, I don't know if you guys remember, a while ago, like a few months ago, we were playing in the Gauntlet, and we ran into the same person twice in a row when I only needed one more win to win the Gauntlet, and it was a person with like 1,000 LP. I was like, oh man. Ah, there we go. Okay, my guess is just ban this. Opt into the mirror matches. My instant gut reaction, though, is that Jinx Kennen might have a hard time winning here. They haven't a ton of removal spells. Like Swain Alawi is gonna be very difficult for Jinx Cannon, I think. And Aatrox Kane has like the healing once Aatrox comes down. I will happily practice these mirror matches. I think are a lot of fun. But this one looks like it might be a little bit difficult. But this kind of destroys both of our Jinx Cannon and Aatrox deck here. Really? I thought for sure they'd be on Swain Alawi. I think this is a full null. I think we want to look for our actual kill spells. And Alawi's fine. Alawi on turn 4, they might have a hard time killing right away. I don't have a ton of experience in this matchup though, so I'd probably consider mulliganing Alawi as well. Heavy Metal's a fantastic card in this matchup, by the way. That's probably our best card in the matchup. And I obviously want to play this after they equip it, because it destroys the equipment then deals 2, which is kind of busted. Ooh, that's really good too. But that runs into catch. Interesting. We don't have a great play there, I don't think. Okay. I don't know what to do here. This doesn't seem very good. But I guess we'll get rid of a unit. And then we can just play Heavy Metal and whatever else they do end up equipping. I don't think I can pass it though. We're burning so much mana. And we're already falling behind on board. I think I have to do something there.
Demons walk among us, masquerading as men.
Disintegrate. There we go. That's really good.
It's too short for fear.
I don't know if this is a great play, because we're kind of opting into trying to kill Broadwing next turn with a Fervor or something. But I think getting rid of the Ranged Knight Defector is pretty important. This saves 2 damage and gets rid of the equipment. I think that's fine. I don't want to give them the opportunity to play like a fish fight here. And we can start next turn with a Make It Rain. Ooh, interesting.
Swift death.
I'll just block then.
Move or be moved.
No, I don't care about this. I want Alawi, right? We'll get a leveled Swain here. Back to Swain Alawi again. Hey, Chaz. We're doing Gauntlet, actually. So I'm running Swain Alawi, Aatrox Quinn Vane, and Jinx Cannon. Okay, hear me out. Swain doesn't do much here. He just runs into a 4/4. But they're pretty much forced to block him, right? If they have a pump, they can't kill Swain. But if I go Buru Lookout, we can attack with Alawi, Buru Lookout, and the Tentacle. I think I'll just get Swain on board. They're forced to block with him and they can't even kill him this turn. Unless they equip him for +2, which I don't even know if they have another +2 equipment in hand. Plus a catch giving him a +1/+1. So I think we're fine. And if I attack with Alawi, do they ever just kill her? I guess I keep Alawi alive. This is a problem. Well, that's really good for us. I think that's pretty good for us here.
Mortality is madness.
How tedious.
I guess I play around a... I guess we're not doing all right here. We have another Alawi in hand. I'll just be mana efficient here, I suppose. We're not burning any mana if we do this.
Let us meet dark skies with bright souls.
Oh, that's nice. But I think I need to go Alawi so we can keep up a Tentacle Smash.
Ilaoi, the sea, she misses you.
It'll deal 5 right now. If we attack, it can deal 6 potentially. I'm gonna take the gamble. They don't have a pump spell.
Ahead.
Witness truth.
Okay. Well, that's not great. They're kind of outgrinding us here, huh?
Never met anyone like you.
I guess if we find Leviathan, we're looking good. Because we can play... Ooh. That's pretty interesting, too. Oh, well, that's not good. That just loses us the game. GG. I was hoping they'd play the normal Aatrox first, and then we could Tentacle Smash. I don't know. I think our start was a little slow, but I don't think that was the problem here. I think we had a lot of good cards. I think I ended up misplaying that. Because when we drew so many of our heavy metals and stuff and our champions pretty early. They didn't even have fish fights or pump spells. Like, I must have misplayed that pretty hard to lose that. I think this matchup can get a bit grindy. I'll keep the Eye of Nagkabaros. And the heavy metal doesn't really kill anything important. Like, if we're thinking about the Sea's Voice or Alawi. Okay, well, that's a pretty nice curve for us early on. I will play Mirai Warden. I want to run my Sea's Voice out next turn. This looks a little less good if they have a Pirouette of their own next turn. But I think we're okay.
Hello, new best friend.
I'm very happy if they attack here. No.
Party member down. I got this. My life or theirs.
Ah, a beautiful day for
Does my version also have Parlay? You know what? I'm not sure. I'm actually not even sure where I got this deck list from. It's been a while. Let me see if I can pop this up real quick. I don't remember seeing... We do run 2 copies of Parlay. We do have 2 copies. Ah, that's pretty good. I'm thinking I just go Pirouette here to save 5 damage. Like, if I go Mirai Warden, I guess we can chump block and set it up that way anyways. That seems fine.
I'm Isla. Alaku Marai. Turns keep me.
I don't know if I should do this or not. I can kind of keep the Fleet Feather Tracker around as a way to threaten a Sea's Voice potentially, right? Like, deal the 2 damage to it and then finish it off with something else. We can also just start here with Pirouette. And then follow up with Swain. Triple Swain's actually pretty nasty, getting Ravenous Flock available like that.
we move against fear, against doubt.
Yep, this seems really good. Just setting up the flock for next turn.
Such little lies.
I'll probably just go flock and draw. I don't think I want to spend the turn getting the idol down when we can draw instead. This is really nice. I can use this flock while still knowing we have another one available.
After the battle, the ravens ceased. Victory awaits.
Actually, we deal a lot of damage if we set up an open attack with Swain here instead. I think that seems good.
Master your demons. Witness strength.
Alright, GG. Now comes another tough matchup. Our Jinx Kennen versus their Swain Alawi.
Raise the Noctora. Remember this day.
It's not impossible. They don't have any like healing. It's just more so that they have lots of ways to get efficient units on board and kill our stuff. Ooh, Boom Boom's really nice too. I think I'll just go Squeaker. I want to look for a turn 3 play. That'll do. I'll go Bouncer and Bolt. That way if they have a Make It Rain, we don't lose both of our units. If they have a Parlay, they get to kill it and... Or, not a Parlay, Pirouette, they get to kill it and stun. But our Bouncer and Bolt won't die. Yeah. I think I'm just going to play this Jury Rig to start getting in some damage. Because we have tons of discard fodder coming anyways with the Boom Boom Chompers. And it'll help flood the board to make another Make It Rain worse if we get our Jinx down, so that's harder for them to kill Jinx with a Make It Rain plus Scorched Earth or something like that. That's a nice draw too.
Stand and be tested. Come, witness truth.
I think I block here because I'm going to want to attack with him into Alawi anyways to get her lower on health. And then we can go blow back. I think I need to be careful with Jinx until we can kill this tentacle.
What can stand against their strength?
The sun rock got me good.
Interesting. They're gonna level their Alawi then. That's pretty big. We could blow back her before the damage resolves. Which also seems fine.
A chance to live. Naga show.
And I can't play Jinx until we can guarantee we level her up. Like right now, if we play her and we walk into a Tentacle Smash or a Riptide Sermon, we kind of just cry.
The sea she calls, the world we answer. Nagakaburos, you are.
That's a pretty dead card at this point of the game.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
Destination in sight.
It's not bad.
I'm on a roll. Jinx? Stand for Jinx? Durr.
Okay, well that makes the decision easy for us. I was gonna say, we have 5 attackers. They have 3 blockers. Are we supposed to take the attack to push 4 damage? Oh no, yeah, that would have been lethal if they didn't have another card to play there. So now we're kind of just hoping. I think we're supposed to take this attack though, right? My thinking is they're forced to... No, they're not even forced to block. If we go like this, they block, kill everything. If they have to trade with the Sea's Voice to stop the overwhelm, we can chump block with a Jinx and only take 5. Because we have to deal 4 damage off the top. Because we're going to be taking potentially 4 overwhelm damage. Plus 6. So 10. So I think we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. We're not dead yet. Blow back. That's pretty big. Get excited. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So I think we win.
I remember. Do you feel her presence?
Stay still. I'm trying to shoot you.
Oh, unless they have fervor. They could have fervor. Oh wow. It's obviously certainly possible they could have it, but they could have just ripped it there. Oh wow, GG. I was like, are they trolling me? Nicely played, opponent. That was a good game. That's kind of what I meant, where it's like a bad matchup where it's winnable because you can just sometimes burn them out. But they do have so many easy removal tools, it's kind of hard to consistently steal it, but we got the win. I do really enjoy this best of 3 format. Like, I have such a fascinating time trying to learn the different matchups and the lineup bans and everything. Although I don't really spend much time researching lineup bans and like really understanding that. I think it is interesting, but I do love like trying to win the best of 3 to win the series. It does feel like it's like somewhat more next level than just ladder. Like it feels more serious almost. I don't know. I feel like it helps you develop a greater understanding for the game because you're forced to play in so many random matchups. Yo, what the heck is this? What is this? Bro, this entire lineup seems very cool. I definitely want to steal these 2 decks and see what's up. But I think this is probably our worst nightmare. This is also bad too, but I'm gonna ban this. This seems really good. This seems really good. You think we're going to see any of the new champs in the open? Nico, Nidalee, Poroking. I don't know if we'll see any do very well, but we did see in the Master Runeterra tournament, somebody made the top 8 with Nico, or sorry, excuse me, Nidalee, Renekton, I believe. I think I'm going to get this guy down. I know we don't activate the Challenger right away, but if they can't kill him next turn, we instantly get to make him a 4 toughness with tough, which I think is pretty big.
Nothing like the great outdoors.
Sorry, I hate that this audio cuts out when I switch to the other screen. Okay, let's see here. We had Infinite Patrons. Yeah, he was. Remember I was mentioning his Jax Varus deck the other day? He brought Jax Varus, Nidalee Renekton, and Aatrox Vayne and got top 8. So that's pretty cool.
Armed and ready.
This already feels like we've pretty much locked down the board. I don't think we'll see any Poroking. I think Poroking's really bad. Nico might you see some like fun. Oh, that's so tempting too. I think we're fine though. I'm just gonna go Fleet Feather Checker. Force them to like kill our stuff, or we're gonna get the Lodestone down.
Have 3.
I've heard about you.
I guess like I don't know if it's as fine to keep alive or not for the peddler. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's not. Maybe we should have kept him alive. We still have Fish Fight, obviously, which is kind of why I'm a little bit more reckless there with it. And Badger Bear can obviously block Teemo.
Oh, if mushrooms could talk.
I'll have what he's having.
There they go.
More for my collection.
Are we gonna equip both the Darkened Spear and the Darkened Lodestone again? That seems aggressive at this point in the game. Like, we don't have all that many Puff Caps in our deck. Ooh, and we got a buff on Quinn. That's pretty nice.
My pretty. Would a mushroom help?
Alright, we'll take that. Oh, and we get Vayne. Double buff Vayne.
Vandal Scout troop leader at your service.
Well,
I guess we just slam
certainly
Aatrox.
the fuzziest partner I've worked with.
I love Quinn, but Aatrox seems like the play here.
Who's a good boy?
One step ahead.
What? What is this? What kind of trickery? What? Okay, I'm gonna say, like, what? There's no attack there. Okay. Oh, that's so good too. My goodness. Where do we even start? We could literally do so much here. I kind of just want to go Quinn and try to kill Teemo. And start working on her level up. But we could literally do the same thing with Vayne. Or Ranger Knight Defector. I just like Quinn. Quinn's just cool. I think we're in a good position. I don't even know if that's the best play. They all seem kind of good. 3 mana 5/5 Vayne that could rally this turn as well. Or like get the tumble at least this turn. Ranger Knight Defector 5/4 but tough. I think we're fine.
Securing the perimeter.
The fact that they played that... Okay. I was gonna say, if this is a Hexploderator, they shouldn't have played the Advanced Intel first. Because if like they played Hexploderator on my Aatrox, I'd be scared about ripping a form up, because they might have a Mystic Shot to follow up.
Scouting ahead.
Teemo doesn't even matter at this point. He's never ever getting an attack in.
Valor! It's just sleeping, right?
Notify patrol to close in on this location.
We'll prepare a nice welcome.
And then next turn we can play Vayne, get the tumble, and we can level up Quinn. So I think that's one reason to play Quinn first this turn instead of the others.
3 times over. That is it.
Find her.
We could also just play World Ender. Like, we're kind of far ahead here. But we probably just win if we rally. Yeah, GG. I can't imagine this is a good matchup for our opponent, though.
Those who kill innocents are no more than fiends.
We can also...
Oh, they found me.
Yeah, like... Why not do this? Just to keep him alive. Through the trap bombs. I hope they let us get the Quinn level up.
Watch your step. On foot.
I'll skip so I can... They'll play through so I can get the Quinn attack. Oh yeah!
Justice takes flight. Fly swiftly.
Very cool.
Kill
GG.
swiftly. Great. Now let's get back out there.
Okay, Jinx Cannon. What do I think about this? I think it's a winnable matchup into the Caitlyn Teemo deck. It gets annoying, obviously, when they play the Sump Monument and you try to get excited them face to finish off the game and you have to hope they have the puff caps. But this seems like it might be difficult. I don't know if this is a control deck, like... Or if it's more of a plunder deck. But I'm interested to see what it's doing. I don't know if I care for these two in this matchup. I just don't know what they're playing. Jinx seems like a good, solid, always good card.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
So here, do I want to run into a pirouette? Probably worth the upside. I am curious what this is, because they don't have much mastery on Sejuani. They have like a whole bunch on Swain. So I wonder if it's like a random new brew they created. I'm really interested to see. Oh, interesting. I'll take this attack. I'll take my mana and the damage. Plus, it needs to die anyways eventually, right?
This is destiny.
Because Scargrounds isn't in standard. That'd be hilarious. Just get absolutely ambushed by Scargrounds in a Gauntlet match. Best draws here, I'd love to see a Squeaker. We also, Jinx Cannon. I'm trying to think what our other good 3 drops are. We don't really run many 3-mana units, do we? We don't run any, I don't think. Because we have a whole bunch of 2 drops, and then we skip over up to Augmented Clockling and Jinx at 4 mana. Well, that was one heck of a draw. That seems good. They could have Elixir of Iron, but then they can't attack. And I want to save my Nexus health as much as I can here. Plus, if they can't save us, they might have a hard time killing Jinx next turn. We might just be able to slam Jinx even without leveling her on turn 4. It might have Scargrounds. What is this?
We're working here.
What is this?
Let's go, people.
Like, now this guy can die to my Jury Rig even. We get an extra mana, which I kind of wanted. Like, I don't know what that was for. The 1 damage doesn't seem very relevant there. Oh, that's so good too. I think we just go wide here. We set up to have Jinx leveled when she comes down. Here we get double Flame Chompers and an extra draw too. Like, I think this is fine. They could have Avalanche. Ice Shard, that's pretty good too. We already have a Chompers on board. But if the Return Wrench gets attached to Flame Chompers, that feels sad. Alright, I want to find something that helps us level up Jinx.
Born a patrician, I became a soldier.
That's pretty good.
Pledge or perish. Or Noxus. Empire above all.
Oh yeah, that Ice Shard probably gave him like 6 damage triggers for Swain. That's pretty good. Ah, really? Another Electro Harpoon? Man, so now we can't level Jinx. What if we just open attack? Deal 5 damage. Deal 7, deal 9. Deal 10. I think I have to put Jinx on board. If they open attack. That's 7 damage to my Nexus. I'll play Jinx. Because if we top deck a second Jinx, I want to be able to use Get Excited. Oh, interesting. was that? Cheesy, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I'm so unused to the notification noises. I was like, what was that? I think I just want to have the easiest possible way to get Jinx level next turn, right? Get excited off the top, wins us the game. Or if we get to play the rocket next turn. Okay, we just need an action. And Jinx is leveled. Okay.
Savage cold. I'm on a roll.
I don't know if we're winning here. They're dealing 9 overwhelm damage. Not quite 9. But like, however they want to attack. This guy's dealing 7 damage. And I think if they pull with the arrows and Trapper to Jinx, we just lose. Ah, shoot. Man, close game.
Leave them nothing.
Only the strong survive.
I will break.
The only thing I could think of differently would be earlier in the game, we played Zonai Urchin onto the flame, onto one of our Boom Baboons. If we didn't do that, we could have had an extra Flame Chompers later into the game. Although I don't know if that would have been particularly relevant. But it was a different line I was considering. This is one I think should be a lot easier for us in the like mid game where they don't have as many ways to kill our stuff. Although they didn't really actually play many things to kill our stuff. Like they had Ice Shard, which is nice. But I don't know. Other than the Sump Monument, I feel like this is an okay matchup. Because they don't have a ton of great blockers. Like they don't want to block with Puff Cat Peddler and stuff. I always like Zonai Urchin on turn 3 onto the Flame Choppers, because it keeps up 2 mana in case we hit something else, like another Boom Baboon or a Squeaker.
Watch your backs. Keep it up.
Oh, interesting.
Need clearance, pal. Let's go, people.
I think we need to get rid of these Flash Bombs. They destroy so many of our cards. Oh man. Turn 3 Sump Monument. Alright.
Anything else?
In some sense that's good for us. Like this is a very low tempo on board for us, for them, and it really helps us like
There was a little fella.
to set up the rest of our game plan.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings or people.
Some feels bad, man. I'll take this block, I think. I guess I don't care. No, like, we're gonna get Jinx Rocket soon. Like, do I want to? I guess I don't want to throw away Boom Baboon plus a Chompers next turn when we pull it. Maybe we just don't have we don't have any Puff Caps in deck yet. I'm gonna be aggressive here and not block and just try to get more of our stuff going. Oh, that's good. I don't think there's any way for us to level Jinx and play the Rocket this turn. So maybe I don't try to. Maybe I just play Boom Boom Boom. Get another 2 damage on board. What could they have here? Like an Ava?
Have a mushroom. Have 3.
If they don't have Aftershock, I think we're okay.
I'm a peddler, not a meddler. There they go.
Nice. Okay. I'll just Mystic Shot the Puff Cap Peddler right now so that next turn, the second we get in action, we can level up Jinx. And they don't get as many Puff Caps in our deck, obviously. But this is what I don't like about the Sun Monument. I don't want to be forced to play the Puff Cap game from turn 3. You know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of annoying. Even as the aggro deck, right? Like, it's just kind of frustrating. Squeaker is nice, though. I don't know here. I guess we could go... I guess I kind of want to go Squeaker just to have another unit on board. And we can play Blowback afterwards. But then we can't level Jinx. Or we can play the Rocket at least this turn. We can level Jinx. Which I guess is fine. Or do I want to kill the Puff Cap Peddler instead? I think that's fine. Okay. I'm just going to do this.
My pretty.
I'm on a roll.
Alright, Jinx. Work your magic. They can't really ever play this Puff Cap Peddler, it just dies to the Rocket.
Now it's a party.
What are we scared of? Like a Karina doesn't even matter here. I think we can get pretty aggressive. Doesn't Jinx kind of feel bad in this matchup? Yeah, a little. The draw is a little hard, but hopefully she just does enough damage that we race them down. We do have more Puff Caps than them by a significant margin at the moment, but I do know what you mean.
Will be my magnum opus.
The sun got me good. There's a blast from the past.
Why would you play that? I feel like you always wait until I play out the Rocket. I guess maybe they just need a chump blocker. They don't have any good trades with the chump wump either now. I'll force them to block Jinx with the Karina so they can't condense it next turn. Or like if they just block here, they at least lose Karina anyways. Yeah, like this is so greedy, taking the... Like, I guess it's not direct Nexus damage, it's just Puff Caps. But that's a lot of extra Puff Caps you're taking from not chump blocking the Squeaker or the Jinx. Obviously if they have Condense, you know, like maybe that's just their only out at this point. But they don't have enough Puff Caps in our deck. Ooh, that's really nice too. We can level up Jinx.
Practice, as they say,
Hmm.
makes perfect.
Hold on a second. That's gonna deal a lot of damage.
Hot on the trails.
I still think we try to kill Karina. Because since we can't kill Caitlyn this turn.
Oh, that's a harvest right there.
Okay, woof, I was really worried that you were gonna have a condense there. Condense plus just the 1 mana to play Karina. They should be drawing like 5 puff caps per card.
You're starting to bore me.
Now we wait.
Another Jinx, okay. Good, good, good.
Come on, fish bones. I don't wanna.
Turning yourself in?
This feels so bad. Like, we don't have any control over this. We've dealt so much damage,
Over.
but they just play Karina here. Or Ava. Like, insider knowledge at least probably kills them more than it kills us. We're only drawing like a puff cap per card. I kind of hope our Jinx dies though. Oh, that's insane. GG.
We blew them all up.
All right. We're cruising. We only need one more. GG. I kind of like, I don't know how to feel about Sump Monument, man, because I don't like Sump Monument. I don't like Sump Monument, but I don't know how to feel about Teemo Caitlyn at the moment, because I used to find it a pretty funny deck to run into, but now I'm like, dang, this sucks. I don't like playing into Sump Monument. Does anybody remember that deck I played a few seasons ago? It was Gwen Caitlyn. Ah, that one was a lot of fun. He ran like triple Sting Officer and everything. I like that one. Okay. These two seem difficult. I think we have better odds against the Vaults of Helia deck because this can still aggro them out. Okay. This is a bad matchups. Do I ever want to keep a Lowy? She's 4 mana, but she's a good blocker when she comes down. We have some nice early ways to stop this. I think this is fine. Scorched Earth. I thought this was, for a second I was like, oh yeah, we can get Vaults of Helia, but wrong one.
Anything else? Sarah Coy.
I might just go heavy metal right away on this to stop them, because like I don't want to do Make It Rain and then just give them the wrench right back. So I think I might go heavy metal here. And it's low speed, so if they set up like an open attack, I don't know. I think this will be fine. Scorched Earth is nice too for Jinx. Because dealing 4 damage is a little difficult for our deck if they get her leveled. Obviously, unless we have a big Tentacle Smash on board.
Looking for a hero for
Yep, like to see that. There's something so classic about the classic board and the Summoner's Rift card backs. Like, I'd give anything to have these in real life for Magic the Gathering. Ah, so good. I'm running my Bilgewater all decked out for my Bilgewater deck here. Gloomtooth was the very first pet I ever purchased. He's a cute little dude. My thought is just kill Squeaker here with Tentacle Smash. And then next turn just play Alawi. Because I want to save Make It Rain for as long as possible, since it can hit multiple targets. If they potentially play more X1s, or if they get Jinx on board. I do play League. I just hit Platinum actually at the end of last season, before the new split began. We haven't run across Parley in all of our games yet, have we? I don't remember seeing it. But I'm pretty sure we do run 2 copies. Yeah, like my lower master tracker says we run 2. And we only run 1 copy of Riptide Sermon. I do like Riptide Sermon though. Is there any way to make extra room for that? I think actually you could make an excuse to get rid of the 1 copy of Noxian Fervor for a second Riptide Sermon. I think Alawi's good here. She's just a much better blocker than the Mirai Wardens against, like, you know, cannons or just the other 2 ones. And start building that tentacle seems good here. Because they don't have a way to deal with her unless they chump block already and start, like, they'd have to use a blowback plus another removal spell. I'm pretty fine with this. That also gets our tentacle a little bit bigger to potentially play a another tentacle smash later. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna pirouette that. Oh, no. Here's the play. What if we do this? And then follow up with a Make It Rain? I don't know if this is great. It's a little bit of a risk, I guess, rather than guaranteeing you kill the cannon. But we're either going to kill the cannon or the Clockling now with Make It Rain, so like we end up killing stuff anyways. And this has a much higher upside. Perfect. And what they discard here? Oh, wow, they discarded a scrap heap for that? I'm just gonna play my Watchful Idol here because I want to start working on my tentacle getting bigger while we don't need the Mirai Wardens as chump blockers this turn, hopefully. Or even if they do have another unit here, we can just chump block with our 1/1 and start building it back up again. It's a nice draw.
Life has so much to offer.
Do we take this attack? I think we do, because at this point, they're probably going to kill Alawi anyways. And we have Swain plus Leviathans coming.
Test yourself. Need to witness truth.
And if they're forced to block this, I'm much happier. Okay, that's troublesome now if they get Spell Shield on Jinx. I'd like to kill her next turn. But we don't have any damage spells in hand, I suppose. So if they have Jinx, she probably gets to survive for at least one turn anyway. Our Swain will be leveled next turn, though. Okay. I think I have to be pretty happy with that. Oh, they just discarded the Return of Wrench. Okay. I think I can pass playing this Mariah Warden right now. Because in case we draw more damage spells next turn, we can go Swain and play those still. Okay. Like now we can go Pirouette if they play a Jinx here or something. They're pretty much, I think they kind of need Jinx to win at this point with the rockets. Because I don't think they're ever really pushing damage on board unless they get ways to get this Chomper on board. But then we can just stun it, or Mariah Warden. I think we're okay. Okay, so she needs to die. And we'll stun the Mega Forcer, obviously, so Jinx can't get Spell Shield. But then we just need to kill her first thing next turn. Or in that case, do we even let Jinx attack this turn? What if we go the other way around? Wait, no, because we need the damage on her. Okay, okay. I think this is fine.
I'm on a roll.
Ah, it's a little frustrating because now they actually get to attack with Jinx. Because the rocket will put our Swain down to 6 health. And then... Oh, no. Sorry, I thought... For some reason I thought Jinx was getting up to... Yeah, no, we're fine, we're fine.
Indecision is the first
Actually...
of many weaknesses.
We can just play Leviathan. And play Flock. Yeah, okay, this is good. Yeah, okay, cool. If they play Rocket right here, we just get to play Mariah Warden as our blockers. And then next turn we just play Leviathan plus a second Swain to kill Jinx. We don't need to do Scorched Earth. But that will give them an extra action to get the Rocket. They still can attack with Jinx though. Or I guess if they pull Swain and sacrifice their Chompers. But we're still fine, hopefully. We're just taking a lot of damage. I think I'd rather the extra unit. Or I guess we can open attack. Because open attack kills their Jinx with Swain. Because she'd be their only fearsome blocker. So that's a way to stop them from getting the slow speed action to level up Jinx. Well, also maybe just killing their Jinx if they're forced to block. I'm a little nervous here. I'm not sure what to do. Because our open attack,
Now it's a party.
if we go like this, they take 3, 4, 5. They only go down to 8. Do we need to just kill Jinx with Swain? Flock? in order to push enough damage to kill them.
Order, sir. Bring forth our army.
Ooh, I don't know. I'm feeling a little nervous about this one. Ooh, that's pretty good. That is actually pretty good. Okay, well no Jinx level up this turn, that's pretty big. That 3 Nexus health makes me feel a lot more comfortable. And we have the Leviathan lock on board too. That's a lot of damage! What is this last card? This last card is like a Jinx. Stopping the Dunehopper mech with this stun there is huge, obviously. We can even go Make It Rain to potentially stun something else if we're desperate. I think I just pass here. No, how do they kill us? The only way they kill us with 1 unit on board. And if this is like even like a Shadow Tech Walker that could guarantee to hit us for 2, I think we're fine. I think the Leviathans just kill them here at round start.
There is no excess when victory is at stake.
Plus, if they have some crazy unit that I can't think of, and we can Make It Rain to stun it, potentially, I think we're okay. I think we got there. This is insane though for an aggro deck. How do you beat like double Leviathan and Swain? Okay, GG? GG! Quadruple Leviathan trigger, baby. Alright, I think that's it. I think we got the 4-0 in the Gauntlet. That felt really good.
This day,
Oh, never mind. Shoot, that's not the last game. Uh-oh, now I'm really nervous. Okay, well, Aatrox Quinn Vayne might lose to Nasus Vigar, but we should be able to win the Jinx Cannon matchup. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Sweet. Let's see how this goes. I'm looking for blocking Badger Bear. I'm looking for Darkened Spear. And an early chump blocker potentially if they have like a Forged Chief. Major Knight Defector, not bad. A little awkward against chompers, right? Like just dealing straight up damage to them doesn't really matter early on as much. There we go, that's nice. I will trade with my Fleet Feather Checker, I think, into like a Forge Chief. But I'll just pass if they don't have anything here. That's good. That can kill Fleet Feather Checker plus Fleet Feather Checker plus Dark and Bloodletters can kill anything here.
Some rock got me good.
They discarded a Scrap Heap again. I'll get this on one of these so we get the Thrall next turn if they open attack. Because next turn I'm just going to want to play Badger Bear. I don't need to get the Badger Bear the equipment this following turn. That's pretty nice too.
Anything helps.
They could kill Badger Bear this turn if they attack plus a Mystic Shot or like the 2-mana discard spell.
Remember, we're the ones who
But this
make
is fine if they take
progress
this attack here. I can take 2 damage. If they don't kill Badger Bear right now, we can just drop the Dark and Lodestone. Okay, that's pretty big. So I do think I'm going to go Dark and Lodestone here. Man, I'm not sure. Dark and Lodestone still dies to a blowback. What if I just pass? They're burning a ton of mana.
Come on, people. Let's make tomorrow today.
I don't know what to do here. How do we kill a Jinx next turn if they have it? I don't think we can.
I have mastered the rain, lightning, and cloud styles.
I don't even know if I want to attack here. If they block, put it down to 2, and then they can kill it with a blowback. We're not desperate to push damage. Like, we can set up a much, much better mid-game. Plus, this is an easy blowback target, so now is a good time. Yeah, okay, interesting. Yep, I'm very happy to see this. If they start chump blocking already. And I'll leave this one back, I suppose, because they could quick attack with counter next turn. Now this probably forces them to develop, and then we can get the equipment down, or a Badger Bear. Form up is exceptional too. That's pretty big.
Just you and me, Fishbones. And them. Smile! It's called gunplay.
What do we run the odds of running into here? Just a Mystic Shot? So do I care at that point? I think I'm okay with this. Next turn we try to get Condemn off. I hope they try to play... Oh my gosh, that's so bad for them. That is so bad for them. I think that's like exceptionally good for us, right? Getting to trade for their Jinx rather than just their Forge Chief. They're already down to 1 card in hand too. Aatrox off the top. Even Quinn off the top would be good. I feel like you should always just let that Forge Chief hit my dude and then play Mystic Shot post-combat. Right? Like, there's no reason to play the Mystic Shot before combat resolves. Fish fight. Interesting. Do I even want to do that, or do I just want to play Zolani?
We have waited so long, Solani.
And now
I don't know if we can turn up the pressure here, but they don't have many cards in hand.
peace through servitude.
There we go. That's pretty big. Okay. This game's looking pretty locked up. I'm feeling pretty good with where we're at. I think I am just going to play Aatrox here rather than fish fighting the Clockling.
To me, Aatrox, we have a common enemy.
There is no greater
Because taking the 2 damage from the Clockling
cowardice.
isn't very dangerous. Like, we're already healing 2 this turn. Plus, we're setting up like an insane Harazi next turn as well, or fish fight, whatever we need to do next turn. I think this is fine. Because they shouldn't be able to push any damage on board. They'd have to have so many chompers at this point to even like swing in with stuff like Kennen. I don't know if I've ever 4-0'd a Gauntlet before. I'm feeling pretty good. I really hope we can close this one out.
Hurry up so I can kill you.
Aatrox is so edgy. Oh my gosh. Hurry up so I can kill you. Like, come on, bro. Grab a latte. Take a chill pill. I think that is a nice play for them. They get the extra impact damage from the elusive. They kill one of our units while also dealing Nexus damage, but 13 with 1 card in hand is so far for them to actually like kill our stuff. And now like I don't even know what to play here. Just like slam a Harazi as well.
Old friend, let us embrace oblivion.
I am ready to watch existence die. Stands begging.
We also have 2 strike spells in case they ever get another Jinx down. Or if we draw a Vayne, we can just kill them. Or I guess we wouldn't kill them. But they're under a lot of pressure. They pretty much have to kill us this turn, I think. Which seems kind of impossible. Nice.
Monsters still lurk in Demasia's every shadow.
GG! Alright! That's the 4-0 Gauntlet.
Yes! Oblivion!
Let's go! That was fun! That lineup felt really good. Some really good games in there too, I thought. Alright! Glory achieved. Not bad. 40 days remaining. That's so funny. I find it funny that like the season badge and then you get some wild cards is like the best rewards. Well, that was a lot of fun. What is a prime glory earned? I don't know how that works. Is that a different tournament? Anyways, that was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys are considering for our lineup. I thought that felt pretty good. Other decks you can consider. Narja and Nora I thought was interesting. If you wanted to run... I don't even know what that'd be particularly better into. You could go the more aggro route. If you wanted to go like Jinx Kennen, Aatrox Vayne maybe, and then slot in like a Fizz Samira. Grandpa Roji was running Nar Tristana too. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a lot of fun. We went 4-0. We got to play all of our decks today too. Yesterday we didn't get to play a single match of the Heimer Jace. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks so much for everyone for tuning in too. That was a nice long stream. I had fun with that. And I'll see you around.